Hello and welcome, and today we're rating NA RLCS teams of fall 2022. So, we're going from S to A to B to C to D. Obviously S is the best, D is the worst. We're just going to kick right into it and go off with FaZe Clan to start off with. This team is in the last year, they've been very top 3 to 4 team, consisting of now Mist, First Killer and Typical. They previously had AJ, who is now on Optic. We will get onto that later, but they're looking like one of the best teams right now. They did win. There's 3 regionals per event, so we did win. Not we, but they did win the Fall Open, I believe. Yeah, the first event they beat Gen G. Next we have Gen G. This is a newly formed team consisting of 2 English players. Apparently Jack, one of the best 1v1 players in the world that I've actually met at the Spring Major. I'll show a picture here. And Noli, as well as underrated American prodigy called Chronic, new player. But this team came second in both. This is 3 regionals, if I didn't mention, and they came second in both the first regionals and then actually beat FaZe in the third regional, because FaZe actually beat Gen G in the first regional. So both these teams have definitely made the Rotterdam Major so far and looking really good. So next organisation we have is Version 1, or team I should say. This team is a very good team. They've made pretty much every major since the Winter Major last year. There's 3 majors in the World Championship every year if you didn't know. This team is comprised of Com, Beast Mode and Torment. Torment's actually a former world champion, and a team called Cloud9, which isn't in Rocket League anymore. But if you maybe know that team, who knows, if you're into gaming. But this team, Com's very known for his demos. They actually won the Fall Cup, which is the second out, one of the 3 regionals. Not, I wouldn't say like completely towards demos, but Com was very. He actually broke the world record, getting 20 demos in that series against, I believe, NRG, which they didn't get too happy about. Moving on to A tier, we have G2 Esports. This team came second at the World Championship, which happened in August of this year, actually, 2022. This team generally is quite good. They made pretty much every major. And they have come like consistently top 3 to 4. The reason why I put them in A tier and not S is because they're a little bit inconsistent. They have one of the best players in the world, Atomic, as well as JNaps, one of the longest serving players, and Chicago, all good players, but a little bit too inconsistent right now for my liking to be S tier. But yeah, in general, really good team. And next we have Space Station Gaming. This team is a really good team. Like, it's a really good team. Like, unfortunately, the only thing is that they haven't won like any event like since RLCS X, which is over 2 years of LJ, Arsenal, and Daniel. Daniel was a really well-known prodigy who came into the scene a couple of years ago. Actually, no, he came to Space Station this year in January. You've obviously got Arsenal. He's just the hype man. He's just really good. He even got sick in the World Championship and kept playing. So respect to him. And obviously LJ, the new pickup. This team is like, yeah, always getting like top 4 to 6. But not quite to be in S tier right now. But yeah, good team. Okay, moving actually straight on to B tier now. First, we're going to have Complexity. This team used to be a South American team. They were one of the best in South America at one time. And because obviously they won the RLCS X 2 years ago, they moved to North America. This team now has a Spaniard. I believe that's what they call it. CRR, he's one of the best players in the world in my opinion. Like, scary. But this team is around 5th to 8th in the current regionals that are playing. They haven't quite made a major either. So because all these teams here have made the major, these 5. There's only 5 teams from North America. But yeah, it's very consistent. It's like mid to high tables. So not like amazing, but like consistent enough. So I want to put them at B tier. Next we have NRG Esports. This team has a lot of controversy around them. They were the Season 9 World Champions, RLCS X Champions, placed 5th to 8th at the World Championship in obviously, which was quite big for them, seeing so they had quite a hard year. They came second in the Full Major, but then I believe they had quite a rough time in the majors above that. Beyond that, I mean, but there is a lot of surrounding of a roster change, but I feel in general they're not too low point to change yet. They just missed out on the major, which is quite upsetting. But this team could bounce back a little bit. It's an okay team. Okay, next we have Furia, the second South American team. This team also moved from South America due to just playing very well. I think they just wanted more competition. This team is got one of the best 1v1 players in the world called the Yanks. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, this team is like very 5th, 6th in the majors. Like they didn't quite make the major for Rotterdam, which is the Netherlands this time, but they are generally contending it. That series.
30 seconds remaining, let's go! Card, infield, taken away! Kyle now, looking for the back one. That's so awkward though! Kyle bumps it off! Now comes the follow! Into the back of the net! Moist did not let this drop earlier on. Now they're up against it. Enthusiast wins!
Well, this team is looking very hopeful, and I feel like it could even make one major. Okay, so now we're going to C tier. So first we've got Pittsburgh Knights. Team did actually beat NRG the other week in a quite big upset though. This team's formed with Sosa, Cheese and ZPS. Sosa's been around in the team for over 2 years. This team, although is like, I feel like it's overlooked a bit. In terms of like results, like it's not, I would say very high. It's about like mid-table. Around mid-table to even low or high, depending on the day. But they did make 5th or 8th in the recent one. I don't know if I could put them in B just yet, though. But in general, yeah, it's a pretty good team. It has potential. I actually almost forgot to mention, I don't know if anyone's going to agree with this one, but I'm actually putting Shopify Rebellion in B tier. This is because I've looked at their consistency, and they're just always like getting like always mid-table, like 5th to 8th or 9th to 12th. I know it's not the best result, but they've been doing this very consistently with a team of Memory, Darth and Two Piece. That team, it's not like the most like crazy looking team, but in general it is working, and I feel like they're only just scraping there, but I'm giving them a chance. Okay, next team for C tier we have Dignitas. This team used to be in Europe last season for the RLCS 21-22. It was used to be composed of apparently Jackie, who's now in Gen G, Scrub Killer and Jorius, who are both in Europe. But now there's the roster of Drees, who used to be in Optic Gaming / Team Envy, and Andy and Delta. Those players are like I believe Delta used to be in Charlotte Phoenix, which is a team not quite in here right now. In general, the team looks alright, but I wouldn't say there's anything unique about them right now. I just couldn't really put them high. They're very mid-table in the regionals right now, mid to low even, so I can't really put them any higher. Okay, next we have Optic Gaming. This team used to be merged with Team Envy, for any of you OG fans, but this team is formed of Rettles, who used to be on Space Station, Magic Bear used to be on a team called Torrent, that team's not around anymore, and AJ used to be on the FaZe Clan, who got benched unfortunately last season, was the first killer. The main player of that wanted a change. He just wanted a team that he really wants to win, obviously. But we were talking about Optic here. Optic obviously had the Alushin, who used to be in the team, is now coach for Gen G, so the coaching is really working for him now that they're winning majors. But this team has a little bit of a shaky start, with especially Magic Bear, a little bit of like surrounding him, not very good things. But I feel like this team, can maybe make a major as well. Okay, next we got Team Axel. This team is the old Oxygen team. Oxygen actually moved to Europe, so it'll be unfortunate for them. But this team is got Toasty. I think Ajax is still in it, and there's obviously Gimmick, who won a World Championship with Squishy and Torment, which Squishy's obviously in NRG, Torment's in version 1. They won a World Championship as Cloud9, but obviously I feel like Gimmick's had it's been the least successful, because I feel like Axel is contendable. I think they almost beat NRG the other week, but in general, like I wouldn't say they're consistent. They're quite mid to low table as well, so I couldn't really put them any higher right now. But yeah, that's how it is. Moving on to the final tier, we're going to start off with Seoul. This team is, I'm not going to lie, it's only just scraping regionals. It actually didn't make all the 3 regionals. I'm not sure why it's making this weird background thing. I'll try and keep it not too weird. Okay, it's doing it anyway. But, yeah, it didn't actually make the 2nd regional. Remember, there's 3 regionals. So, yeah, they're literally just only just making it. Do I see potential in this team in the future? It would take a lot. I'd say, even with a really good team, just the organisation, no hate to them, but I'd say just about C tier. They obviously did win the tiebreaker, 26 Rising, Seoul and Fascist Brilliance, but I can't see a lot in this team right now. Okay, next we have Rogue. This team actually used to be one of the best going teams in Rocket League a few years ago. The current roster now is consisted of Gyro, Aqua, and Taroko. Taroko has actually recently been replaced by the coach called Corrupted G. Corrupted G is actually the oldest player currently to be playing RLCS at 27, which is, yeah, it's quite old for a Rocket League player. But this team is making every regional, but coming last in every regional. So I do feel like for the winter there should be a change. Whether they want to, unless they're alright with being last, not sure. But generally, yeah, if they did get a couple extra players round, I'd say Aqua, they could maybe get to B or C, because Aqua is a known prodigy. But in general, yeah, this team isn't looking amazing right now. Last but not least, well, technically least because it's sort of D tier, is 26 Rising. But not, I wouldn't say that. I'm not sure who to call the lowest team. I don't want to be very like too critical. But this team is formed of Hockey, Expert, and Money. I believe Money is known as a good player. Yeah, this team is that. Hockey is actually from one of the collegiate Rocket League teams that actually won the World Championship of that last year, with Lion Blaze, who's part of Ghost Gaming. Ghost Gaming didn't quite make this top 16. They're a little bit under right now. Like, in general, yeah, like, the team, I don't know if they could, like, they did come, I believe, 12th to 14th, which obviously they had to win one of these teams, which was, like, obviously, yeah, fairly big for them. So that is basically my NA RLCS teams of fall 2022. If you have any questions on like the organisations themselves, like, yeah, if you think I'm wrong, let me know. I just love RLCS, so obviously I want to be educated further. I hope you enjoyed the video though. Just gave you a little idea or insight of my ideas for RLCS.